It's the new year, and your goals are already in danger. Not because you're weak, not because you lack discipline, but because goals are just outcomes, and outcomes do not survive real life without a system. Winners and losers often have the same goals, so the goal is not the difference, the system is. Hi, my name is Dr. Johanna Canady. I'm a birth doula and hospice volunteer. Welcome to my channel, where we keep death close to live more fully. Most people set goals like a wish. This year I will write the book, or this year I will lose weight, or this year I will save my marriage before it's too late. And then they rely on motivation to carry the whole thing. And for many years, I did the exact same thing. But motivation is a mood, and moods are not a strategy. So here's the shift. You do not achieve most goals by one big heroic action. You achieve most goals by creating a system that you can actually stick to, even on your worst of days. A small set of habits that will get you there. Here's an uncomfortable question. Will your current habits get you to where you want to be by the end of this year? Sometimes the answer actually is yes, and you just need a little bit more patience and keep on the path. But more often than not, the honest answer is no, and then something needs to change. So let's choose one goal for 2026 that feels big and satisfying. But remember, it's not only about the result. Anybody would want the result, right? The question is, do you want the lifestyle that gets you there? So before we even decide on a goal, we should ask ourselves, how do I want to spend my days? We have to set the framework in which we want to move. And when we know what our frame looks like, then we draw the goal inside of this frame. Everyone wants to make $1 million, but if it is really important for you to spend 5 hours with your kids every day, then the question should be, how do I make the biggest amount of money while still spending this time with my kids? Otherwise, you will just be miserable or simply not stick to your plan because you are actually outside of the frame that is essential for your well-being. If you have a hard time deciding which one is your biggest goal for 2026, try to think of your life like a river. Which one of your goals is upstream of everything else? A goal that would create a ripple effect. Let's write it down and make it specific. So what is yours? Do you want to lose 10 kilos? Do you want to make 100K? No matter what it is, let's make sure that it's a goal that truly moves your soul, that it's truly intentional. If your goal does not have a real why, your system will collapse the first time life gets hard. To see if a goal is actually intentional, explore why it matters to you. One easy way to do this is the 5 why exercise. Start with your goal and then ask yourself, why is that important to me 5 times? It's a chain reaction. Each why takes you one layer deeper. By the time you get to why number 4 or number 5, you're usually no longer talking about the surface goal. You're talking about what your soul is actually hungry for, who you actually want to be. Let me give you a very personal example. One of my biggest goals for 2026 is that I want 300 women in my new online community, the No Regrets Women's Circle. So if I now go through those 5 whys, it could look like this. Why does it matter to have 300 women in my community? Because with 300 women, the community becomes financially sustainable and it actually has weight. It becomes a real movement, not just a hobby. Why does that matter? Because I want to reach women who are stuck in that midlife grind of responsibility, chores, and quiet resentment, and remind them that they are still alive. They still get to want things. Why does that matter? Because honestly, I have been saved by women so many times, by friendships, by circles, by being seen. Women brought strength back into my life when I was tired and stretched too thin. And why does that matter? Because I do not want to sleepwalk through my one precious in life. I do not want to wake up at 80 and realize that I didn't fully live. And why does that matter? Because I have 3 little daughters and I want them to grow up seeing their mother thriving. Now that is a why. Knowing that your goal has a super strong why will help you to really stick to it. Which leads us to our next step, building the system to support the super important goal, which means that we choose the habits that make this inevitable, and we do it atomic habit style. We're not building a system for our best days when we had 8 hours of sleep and the kids were angels all day. We're building a system that still runs even when you're sleep deprived, when the kids are sick, when you feel tender, or when you feel like quitting. So let's write down some habits that would support our goal. And then, again, pick the one that is upstream of everything else. If we only manage to stick to one, we would pick the one with the highest impact. In order to grow my community, for example, I could create more episodes that speak to mothers in midlife who would feel drawn to join my community. Or I could post on social media more often. And I could personally invite women who already know me and who would be interested to join and willing to invite their friends to do the same. If I had to choose one, in my case, I would choose personally inviting women. And once we define the most impactful habit, we decide what is the minimum version of it that we can pull off even on our worst of days. So in my case, that would be I personally invite 1 woman per day from Monday to Friday. If my goal were to lose 5 kilos, my most impactful habit might be to cook 1 tasty but healthy meal every day. Whatever the habit we choose, in order for it to stick, we use the 4 laws of behavior change. Law number 1 would be make it obvious. Make it obvious means we choose a cue, a start button. For my personal habit, the cue would be my morning coffee. I put the coffee in my cup, pour boiling water over it, and then I have to wait 2 minutes before I can actually stir it. And I will use that moment to personally invite 1 woman to join the No Regrets Women's Circle every day from Monday to Friday. The coffee is my cue. Law number 2 would be make it attractive. Make it attractive means we connect the habit to identity and meaning. In my case, that would be I'm a woman who builds community. I'm a woman who lifts women up consistently. And I can make it even more attractive by pairing it with something that I really like my first coffee in the morning. Law number 3 would be make it easy. This is our insurance policy for bad days. Make it easy means reduce friction, remove steps, and be prepared. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. So my daily habit cannot be make my community successful. That's too huge, too intimidating. My daily habit is send 1 personal invitation message to 1 woman. That's even less than 2 minutes. I can do that on a terrible day. That's the whole point. To make it super easy, I pre-write the message, I keep a list of names, I do not make myself think whatsoever. And then there's law number 4, make it satisfying. Make it satisfying means immediate proof, something your brain can feel today. For me, the satisfaction is a check mark. I send 1 invitation today. I cast 1 vote for the woman I am becoming. We have to be really clear with ourselves. A goal is not a plan yet. Having a plan means creating a habit you can do on your worst day. If it needs motivation, it will die in mid-January. Build it so it works even when you're tired. This is one part of what we did during my intention setting party at the end of last year. If you would like to go through the whole process, the replay is still available. And if you want to live your most intentional year yet, and if you're craving community while doing it, I want to invite you personally to the No Regrets Women's Circle. It's for women in midlife who want to live intentionally, build habits that actually stick, and stop doing everything alone. Your action step for today is write down your most intentional goal, do the 5 whys, and then choose 1 daily habit and run it through the 4 laws. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Let me know in the comments what is your goal and what is the habit that goes with it. May you have a wonderful day, and may you sparkle some magic dust on the world around you.